Sports Network. Welcome. We're live at Wake and Bake in Anderson. Got a little excited. Such a time as this. We're here to talk a little bit about Clemson football. We're going to break down some of the games. We're going to do some picks. We're going to have our sponsors come in.
Late games, by the way.
We're going to have our sponsors come in the middle and talk a little bit about their business and then have them come on and do some picks. So just want to do a little shout out for some of our new sponsors. We have a couple people came on board.
Yep.
We had Pendleton Candy Company over in Pendleton. If you hadn't been there, oh my God, it's on the square up there in Pendleton.
I haven't been yet.
It's to die for. It's
I have seen it.
Well, you will. And they're making our I Bleed Orange fudge.
Nice.
It will be available next week. Got the labels made, actually. Just got them in, and we'll have this sold online. You can go down there and pick them up. Also, Columbo's Pizza, Chicago Pizza. We ate over there the other day, and it's a deep dish pizza. Unbelievable. They got the Notre Dame game. We'll be doing the Notre Dame game over there.
And Boneyard Cycle.
Boneyard Cycle we got for the North Carolina Tar Heels. We'll be doing the show there, and we should have Bones the mascot on one of the motorcycles. So he may bring his girlfriend down and his dog. You know, the Bones has got it going on, his ladies' man. And who else we got? At Last Antiques.
At Last Antiques.
I'm going to tell you, every time I go in that place, I buy something. They got some Clemson stuff in there. I bought a vintage 1967 sports page where Howard had Howard's Rock and everything on there, and I bought a bunch of old vintage stuff. Actually,
yeah,
old Budweiser can from like 1950 something. Had a tiger on it. I bought that in there the other day. We just got a lot of neat stuff in there, actually.
Very cool.
We're growing like crazy. We're excited, and we're here to bring you some football, some picks, and we're going to have a little bit of fun.
So let's start off. Clemson is we're 4-2.
4-2.
Had a I'm going to say a sluggish game against Wake Forest. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Defense looked good, to be fair. Defense looked good.
Defense held.
Offense didn't fire, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They floundered. But the defense held Wake at 12 points.
Yeah.
Which caused us to win the game. I've
been going to games all my life. It's one of the least exciting games I've been to.
Yes.
And I completely agree. The offense just wasn't clicking on all cylinders.
I was at the game and I left.
Yeah, I was too. I about fell asleep a couple times.
And so
no, defense, you don't even need to look at statistics. Defense has been solid all year. Right. And, offense, it just depends on what Saturday it is. And so I don't know. We're going down to Miami, and we're playing at Hard Rock Stadium. Clemson's won about 69% of all games they played at all NFL stadiums. So lately, what we've seen when Clemson's played Miami is Clemson's not really struggled at all with them. We beat them pretty good last couple times we played down there. But, it's a new season.
It is.
It's not the same Miami it was 2 years ago. And, you got a new coach there. They've had a rough – well, they lost the last two.
Oh, yes.
And they had a crazy call at the end of the Georgia Tech game. You didn't see that.
Well, that was not a crazy call. It was a bad coaching decision is what that was.
One of the worst
and he admitted
it. They should have
won.
won.
To him, he admitted afterwards. He was like, that was all on him. I will give him credit for that because he took credit for a flounder on that. And,
30 seconds left. You just take a knee and the game's over.
That's correct.
Yeah. There's no reason to do anything else. So anything can happen after that. But
completely agree with you.
They shouldn't have really been that close to Georgia.
No, not at all.
And so they played Notre Dame last week, and Notre Dame beat them pretty good.
Yes.
Handled them pretty good. So they're back-to-back losses. Clemson picked up a little momentum, even though we were bored to death in the last game.
Well, luckily we had a bye week last week, and so the bye week, and then we've had one of our on the defensive side, Williams is back, and he's looking good, and so on the defensive side we should be in good shape on that side of the fence.
Yeah, pass defense is looking good. The front line's looking good. Everything's looking good except the offense. You just can't tell what's going to show up. And I think, maybe this will be the game we click. It's going to be a night game. It's going to be prime time. Because we're really looking ahead. We're looking at Miami, which is not good. If anything, I'm predicting this to be a close game.
Absolutely.
And I think it's going to come down to nobody making any errors. And any little glitch there, fumble or bad throw or bad call could actually be a deciding factor. But we got, who would have thought the North Carolina Tar Heels, the basketball team, actually would probably, in my opinion, And this is just my opinion. I think they got the best ACC football team out there. I think they could take Florida State. They're ranked.
We're coming to that. So
they're undefeated. They're undefeated.
We'll talk about that in just
it's going to come down to execution. It's going to come down to not dropping passes, not making mistakes, penalties. It's going to come down to little minor things. And I think it's going to be a close game, even though I hope it's not. But anyways.
So we're here at Wake and Bake. Like I said, we're here to talk about it. So is Sarah here?
No, Sarah will be coming here in a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit about Wake and Bake. This place used to be called the Dugout. Years ago, I came up here.
Yep, I remember that.
And I'm talking years ago when I was living in Greenville, like 2006. Me and a friend came up here and played some pool. And I was driving by back in April, and it kind of sits up on the hill. It's not right out there. It's on the main road, but you can't really see it unless you look. And I just saw some cars out there, and they hadn't even opened yet. They were still doing construction on the bar. They had TVs down here they're going to put up. And I came on, and a girl named Sarah that's going to be on here in a little bit, she goes, "Oh, you're the I Bleed Orange guy. I've seen you before." And she saw us on a show last year. But anyways, they signed up. They got this game. We signed them up in end of May.
Right.
And the only way I can explain this place is kind of like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. Everybody's one big family up here.
It's a local watering hole.
Yeah.
And restaurant.
Those are the places that have the greatest burgers.
Absolutely.
They got an animal burger to die for. The prices are great. They always got something going on here, whether it's trivia night, whether it's they got bands here all the time.
Right now, they've got on about 4 or 5 different games right now.
Yeah, as you see, we've got a live game behind us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, it's just a great place to come get a drink and have a burger and hang out, and they always got some kind of event going on here. And so, anyways, when I'm in town, I always stop up here and get me a burger. I'm here about once a week usually.
Neat, very
and
nice. I guess we talked about some picks. Is
Sarah just pulled up?
Yeah. So we'll show Sarah pull up. Okay.
To be honest with you, I can talk all day long.
So we'll talk about that, and we'll kind of go from there.
Our basic thing is Cade and Garrett Riley. They need to be on the same page. Calls need to be on the same page. We just need to execute.
Big time.
I mean, we've got the talent.
There she
is. The woman of the hour is coming up here, Sarah. So you ready to get on TV already?
Sarah, pull that chair. Pull that right between us right here.
We were just talking about you.
I know I got the call.
She got now.
We said we start at 4. So this is the brain behind this here. She's got a personality you just can't help but like her. And
what can I say?
She doesn't mind getting on camera. I think we've done 2 shout-out commercials here. We brought the we actually did one. She's not shy at all. And so the way we do this, we start out talking about Clemson football and
start over a little bit.
Over this way?
No, this way.
This way.
We're
standing up.
You're rolling out.
But the main thing is the sponsors the sponsors are meeting potatoes is what pay the bills, and we want to promote Wake and Bake. And I was telling them, Sarah, that the only way I can describe this place kind of like Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows your name. You feel like one big family. They've always got something going on. You probably have your regulars. You probably know half the bar right here. Yeah,
they're all sitting there right now.
A guy in the red. I've been listening to him all day.
So tell us about Wake and Bake.
Okay, so Wake and Bake is actually this one is a sister store from the Wake and Bake in Burlington, Iowa.
Okay.
Let me go back a little further. Barbie and Brandy are actually from down here. They opened up Beer Bellies, and they moved away. They opened up Wake and Bake Breakfast Company in Burlington, Iowa.
Okay.
They wanted to come back and do another bar, so this is where we got Wake and Bake Bar and Grill. Not another bar, but like a restaurant bar.
Yeah. Right.
Not like a dive bar like the other ones. But so this is how we got it. They already on the name,
and what are y'all's hours here?
We are 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Monday for Friday.
11 a.m.
every day.
And then on Saturdays and Fridays.
Y'all have a little brunch thing going on the weekends, right? Yeah. So it's really kind of like a sports bar, even though it's called Wake and Bake. Originally, you probably think that it would be like a breakfast place, yeah. But no, they got
a lot going on.
Yeah, and you got the wings, you got that special sauce. You want to talk about that?
So we actually bought the sauce. It's the original sauce from this place. It used to be called the Dugout.
I remember.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
And she
remember the dugout
bottles
one
the
time.
sauce, and
Played
she
pool here
sells
one
it,
time.
and she showed us how to do her wings. So
Yeah.
they're not exactly like the dugout wings. They'll never be the dugout wings, but boy, they taste
They're pretty good. We
so
had some.
close to it.
That's okay. They're pretty darn good, in other
They
words.
are
So,
pretty good, yeah.
And what's the exact address here?
It is 4016 Clemson Boulevard.
4016 Clemson
We're
Boulevard.
directly across
they're
the
on the
street.
hill.
Yeah.
We're right across the street from Honda.
Right,
Honda
yeah,
dealership,
right across from Honda. Right past Harley Davidson, you're going into Anderson. So yeah, it's just I always got something going on. They're promoting a lot on social media. You got any bands or anything? You doing anything special for
For
Halloween?
Halloween, we're doing 2 Halloween parties, Friday and Saturday night.
Uh-huh.
We have Shaker playing Friday night,
Okay.
and then we have Annalie Band playing Saturday night.
Okay.
Nice.
And we will do costume contest both nights.
Yeah, they do trivia night.
We do trivia.
I believe Orange actually won one time. Then we got second.
Yeah,
we got
I
second.
remember
Yeah,
that.
we got second one time.
That was great.
And we need to come up. That's a lot of fun. Who's the guy that does that?
Matt Mustang.
Matt Mustang. Yeah.
And he also does our musical bingo on Monday.
Yeah.
And then he does our karaoke on Tuesday.
What's y'all's best seller?
Like event.
No, like a food.
Oh, the Iowa tenderloin.
Oh, really?
The Iowa what?
The Iowa tenderloin.
Iowa? Come from Iowa?
It's a thing in Iowa. It's like a fillet. It's a tenderloin fillet. It's flattened
Got it,
out.
yeah.
It's really thin.
Yeah.
And then we have our hand breading, our own breading.
Yeah.
It's really, really huge, and it has like a small bun on it, so it makes it look big.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I tend to get. I got the animal
There you
burger
go.
first
The
time.
animal
I came
burger
over here.
is really it's our second item.
Maybe I'm scared to take a risk, but I eat the animal burger. I ate it today.
Yeah.
Every time I'm in here, kind of like you don't even need to ask me what I need. But I'm gonna have to try that Iowa tenderloin. So yeah, we're halfway through the season. We had a break there. I guess a much needed break. Hopefully Clemson got rested
Without question,
rested up
much needed
and
break.
a little rusty.
And we appreciate you wearing orange.
Thank you.
Even though the other ones over there wearing.
And by the way, I got the pink on. Mike didn't wear his because it is breast cancer awareness
Yeah,
month.
mine's
Yeah.
gray. Sorry.
And just a little bit, if you go to our website, you go to the shop, all the I Bleed Orange strong pink shirts that we have on there, we'll donate 15% of all proceeds to Dabo's All In Fund. So, go ahead and support a good cause because if you've been around somebody in your family or one of your friends or somebody knows somebody's been affected. And I just, a couple of years ago, I was looking at Dabo and what his wife were doing. I said, why don't we do something good for them? And so we came up with the idea with the shirt. So we really promote it during October. And so it's just good to get back to Dabo and what they do. I know they helped out a lot of people, and they bring in a lot of money with that stuff. They got mobile mammograms, and they go out and really help out people that can't afford that.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, now we're going to talk some picks. So you want to talk some picks?
Sure.
All right. So
Yeah.
we're going to
Sounds like a
start.
great thing.
We're going to start with a game that's on right now.
Okay.
All right. So it's kind of
What are we looking at?
because right now, because
Talking
most of
about-
the games are going on, but we're going to talk about the Tennessee-Alabama game. And right now, Tennessee's already up 7-0. So
All right.
So
So
I personally think with Tennessee-Alabama, I think Tennessee can take Alabama. I don't think they will. I think Alabama's still going to win this game. So that's me.
this is tough because I got my emotions in on this one. ABB, anybody but Bama.
I agree with that.
But
Yeah, but you can't go that way with picking.
well,
I know.
Tennessee. I mean, I'm just trying to take
You
my
can't.
logic.
I know.
I'm having a tough one. This. I'm pulling for Tennessee, of course. They're playing in Alabama. Tennessee got them last year.
They did.
And I
think
don't,
they'll do it in a row.
Alabama, in my opinion, has kind of simmered down a little bit. I'm pulling for the Vols. I think Alabama's going to take it in a close one.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I kind of agree with that. That's kind of
You're wrong.
how I am.
It ain't going to be a blowout either.
It hates me in my core to say the same thing, but
What you think?
I really have high hopes for the Vols, though. I really do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
And they-
because to be honest with you, I just don't like the Bulls either.
Oh, okay.
So
have a problem.
it's
Well,
which one do I hate the
Tennessee.
least? It's tit for tat.
ABB, anybody but Bama.
Yeah, I don't like the Bulls either. So I'm okay with that game.
And I was a Penn State fan earlier today.
So we only
Oh,
picked
you Ohio State?
we only picked 4 games today because all of the other ones are on right
I
now.
remember that.
That one was the one going on. So today we also have the USC versus Utah, or not USC. So Well, it is USC because the other one is South Carolina.
Well, USC,
So,
California. I was kind of high on the Hogs. You know, their quarterback's good, and but they played Notre Dame last week, and they really hadn't played anybody until last week, and Notre Dame handled them pretty good.
But the problem with it is Utah does not have. They have a hard time of scoring. Their offense has not been very productive in my opinion. So I personally think California or South
it looks like they're playing at
USC is going to win that.
They're playing at Utah. Utah's some big boys up there.
That's fine. I give them 3 points. That's
Are
fine.
they ranked?
Yeah, Utah's 14. It's going to be offense. I mean, Utah with the defense and USC California with the offense. It's going to be a tough game. I think Utah's going to win by 3.
And see, I think it's going to be. I think USC is going to win by a touchdown.
I didn't think that Notre Dame would blow them out. The Notre Dame USC California game was not close last week.
So what do you think?
I really haven't watched either one of the teams.
Okay.
But I think Notre Dame is pretty good this year. I have watched them. I think they're really good this year.
Well, USC and California.
Oh, USC and
Yeah,
California.
Notre Dame beat USC.
I would say I'm just going to go with USC.
USC. All right.
Okay.
I'm just going with
Marking this
All
down.
So this one is the 8:00 game tonight, and I'm not talking about the Clemson game. We'll come to that in a last. But the Florida State Duke game.
Okay.
Now,
Go ahead.
that one right there, to me, I disagree with you. I think this one is going to be a shootout. I think you're going to see. I think it's going to be 31. Probably 30. Yeah, Desmond says it's going to be. This morning it said he thought it was going to be Florida State Duke in overtime. Florida State was going to win it. I think that it's going to be Florida State and Duke, same score, but I think Duke's going to win it. I mean, Florida State's going to win it. Not in overtime. They're going to win it through regulation. Is what they're going to win it. So they're going to win it by a field goal.
Well, when I'm looking at this game, I was looking at it earlier, and we're playing in Tallahassee.
Yep.
And that's a crazy environment.
Yeah,
definitely is. I mean, they're as crazy as we are up here in Clemson. I don't know if you realize that Duke's starting quarterback's out. And
that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that makes another touchdown.
Yeah, he's out.
That's about 10.
That's going to make
that makes a difference also. Yeah, I'm going with FSU. And I'm going to elaborate a little bit further on this. FSU's going to win. It's going to be a close game. It could be 3 points. It could be a touchdown. I think it'll be a one-score game. But I don't think a lot of people realize this. I'm going to go out on a limb. You can disagree with me if you want to. I don't care. But a lot of people, UNC, Tar Heels, they think of basketball. But in the ACC, I think UNC has the best team. They haven't lost yet. Drake May is a beast. I mean, their quarterback's one of the best in the ACC. So when we were looking at Clemson, kind of going off and getting back on the subject, we were looking at, the Notre Dame game. And then we're looking at, the Florida State game, which we should have won. I think our biggest competition is going to be North Carolina when they come in town. Now, I wouldn't have said that at the beginning of the season.
I don't necessarily totally disagree with you, but let's finish up. Florida State versus Duke.
Florida State.
So you think so? We have a 3-way on this one on Florida State.
Yeah.
And if Duke's quarterback wasn't out, it would be a much closer game.
Yeah, and if they're playing at Duke,
I would like to see Duke come through.
I would too.
They really actually earned it. I feel like this year.
I agree.
Yeah, their backup quarterback,
really
I believe, is a true freshman, so he hasn't had a lot of playing time.
So then that last was going to bring us back to, and I don't disagree with you on the UNC, but we'll come back to that and we'll table that.
Well,
because that's going to be an interesting one as it goes along. But let's look at the Clemson versus Miami tonight. Personally, as I said, and we both talked about this earlier, our defense has not been the question. Our defense has played well. Our offense is phenomenal. And I don't care what anybody says, the offense, you still have to put points on the board.
Yeah.
So we did hold Wake to 12 points. We won the game, but we only scored 17 points. That's a problem, though. So my question is, do you think after this bye that we had, did we gel? Do you think we had enough time for us to gel?
I think so.
That's the question.
I think the bye came at a good time. The offense looked stale, really stale. I mean, you were at the game. I was at the game.
I was there.
It was one of the most boring games I've been to
It
at
was.
Death Valley.
I'm not
It just
gonna
wasn't a
lie.
lot of excitement. 17-12. What I've heard, I think it's going to be a game time announcement. Their quarterback might be out.
Yeah, I don't believe that's going to be the case.
They said they're going to
They
announce.
say that they did it on purpose, and that's just to get there. I think it's going to be personally. I think you're looking at a 21-17 game. I think Clemson's going to win by not even a touchdown.
I think it'll be higher than that. Well,
but that's more points than we scored against Wake, so that's positive.
Yeah, and the Clemson Miami game hadn't been close in like a decade.
Well, it's going to be close
a while.
this time.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I'm going to go 38-20, 32-28. Clemson.
See, I'd love to say 38, but we haven't scored 38 points in 3 games combined, in my opinion. So, I mean, that's just
we scored 66 in one game.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, but that's not the same. We scored 17 with Turner scored. So, 2 games we haven't scored that amount. So that's my thing. So you think a pretty big game win by us tonight?
Oh, I think so. And it's going to bring some momentum in. And then we got to go now.
I mean, I hope you're right.
NC State's not the NC State they've been, but we're playing in Raleigh next week. And
right.
I think this win's important. Get some momentum, some confidence.
We win tonight.
We've had a break.
We got the momentum on our side. I agree.
Yeah, and we're going to need it because we got Notre Dame coming up. And we got after that we got UNC.
What do you think?
I think this bye week might just be what they needed to regroup.
Okay.
So look back on the mistakes that they've made. Get a game changer. I mean,
yeah. Sometimes you need that week off.
We're all hopeful. We all say go Tigers.
They have a bye week for a reason.
Exactly.
Everybody needs to rest. And
well, everybody else needs to reflect on what.
Yeah. What are we doing wrong? And what it gives you enough time to do that.
How they can make it better.
So you're saying Clemson?
Of course. And not because I'm biased on it, but because
I'm biased by far.
We have yet.
My blood runneth orange. Trust
we have yet to pick. We could be playing best team in the country. We're going to say. I've yet to since I've been doing this yet to pick another team.
Oh yeah.
How can I not come on here and pick?
Not that's the reason why we wanted you here for this game because we knew this game was going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we knew that. We picked this back in June or May.
It's an away game, and you want people to come in the bar.
Yeah.
I mean,
we love having parties. Away games.
Miami's a long drive. Come on, let's wake and bake.
And yeah, they're open. They'll certainly have on the game tonight at 8 o'clock. So if you're around the area, most definitely come in here because they have a. You said you have some tailgate specials.
Tailgate specials tonight. $2 canned beer, $12 buckets, $12 wings, $12 appetizers. Can't miss it.
Can't go wrong with that.
And so just breaking down the game, I think first down. If we can get Shipley and Moffa running, picking up 4, 5, 6 yards on first down, it opens up a lot of options to make a lot of different plays.
That's another thing that's been the problem, though.
Yeah.
And I'm not harping. I'm just pointing out.
Yeah.
Clemson's been very one-dimensional this year on offense because the problem with it is they pass it off, do whatever. Receivers aren't bringing in the balls. They know every now and then they would, but they got very one-dimensional to the point that you had to rely on. They knew they're going to run. Yeah. And when you do that, now they're putting them all in the box, and it becomes an issue. So. You're right. That they have to open up that run. That run has to be opened up, which then has to lead to them passing the ball and not doing these bubble screens or whatever they do. And they got to open it. They got to literally open it up.
If you can consistently get 5 yards or so first down, it does open up some.
It does, and then they got to.
You can run the ball, or you can do it down and out, or up the middle, or go for a long ball at that point.
Right. And that's what we.
Or you can just go ahead and score a touchdown the first down.
The second and one is a great opportunity to throw a 20-yard launch.
Yeah,
or 30-yard
exactly.
It's a great opportunity. You could still run it, or you could very easily open it up.
And we got Garrett Riley there. That's why we paid him the big bucks. So if we pay him the big, number 1 offensive coordinator in the country. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. So. With that, I just got stumped.
No, that's fine. No, so we're midway through the season. Let me just run my mouth. We're midway through the season. We're excited about I Bleed Orange. We're growing at a phenomenal rate. We got a lot of great news, a lot of great sponsors coming on.
Look for me, it was 26.7, almost 28.
No, we're 27K, and then we're almost 2K on the other. So we're getting up to 30K, and we're taking on sponsors like crazy. And our fudge is coming out. I've already mentioned that. I Bleed Orange Fudge.
You did mention that.
Pendleton Candy Company. Yeah. It's going to be an orange, like a creamsicle place. You've been to Pendleton on the square? They just opened up about 2 months ago. This stuff is to die for.
But I've heard it's really, really
and only the people that I Bleed Orange would get this. We got key lime pie fudge too, for y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all won't get it, but
is it orange?
No, it's a story behind that. I'll tell you later. But no, I Bleed Orange. Oh, and we're opening up. also one of our sponsors. I'm opening up a little storefront at last Antiques on Pendleton Highway.
Nice.
Have you been in there?
Yes.
Been in there?
Yes, I have.
They're next to the what's the name of that burger alarm place? Southeastern Burger Alarm.
Yeah, Southeast.
Probably they're everywhere. They're right next to them before you get to right across from the post office. I'm trying to think. Yeah, right in that little section right there. And every time I go in there, I'm buying something Clemson. They got a lot of vintage stuff in there. She went in there and bought some stuff the other day. You can't go in there. There's a magnet pulling there. We're going to have a front store in there, and we're going to have our fudge. And we got the Oblate Orange toffee coming out, and we're getting close to Christmas. We're going to have the peppermint bark, which is to die for. So all that's coming out soon.
Nice.
So we're excited about that. Let's just kind of break down the whole season all around the horns.
All right.
Okay. Who would have thought, we'd be sitting there halfway in between with what we've seen out there. It's just been a weird year. There really been no dominant teams. Say what you want to say about Georgia. They're ranked number 1, but are they really number 1?
Well, they haven't been knocked off yet. So,
but they ain't played nobody.
It's theirs to lose. Let's say it that
way. They hadn't played any.
It's theirs to lose. It's the way I say it.
I don't see them winning this year. So
now my thing is, I like Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I didn't say that at the beginning, and now suddenly they're looking strong.
They are looking
I never was a big Oklahoma fan until Brent Venables came on board and started coaching. So I'm pulling for them. But yeah, they won today. It wasn't pretty, but they won.
Well, they did, but they still got the W. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
that's why last week still mattered. We still got the W.
Look out. And I've been saying that, I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. People started listening to Washington.
Yes.
Washington has got a team, and Washington handled Oregon pretty well.
Oh, Oregon. That was another game we were meant to mention. It was the Oregon game we were going to mention tonight. So
Oregon's playing right now.
Playing now, and it's Washington State and Oregon, and it's 3-3.
3-3, yeah. Just started, didn't it?
Who do you think is going to win that game? I think Oregon's, of course.
Yeah, I think Oregon wins.
I think they will, too.
I mean, Oregon, and everybody was on Colorado's bandwagon until Oregon came into town, and halfway through the game, they're all walking across that bridge. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So, who's next week? Do we have anybody next week?
For a show?
Yeah.
Oh, let me go ahead and mention this. This is actually the first one we got. We've got all the other games booked. So we will have a show somewhere next week because I'm going to be out here and I'm going to get somebody. We might have it back here at Wake and Bake.
There you go. So
you're always welcome at Wake and Bake.
It's NC State. Yeah, it's NC State game. So it's in Raleigh.
What time is that one?
And that's a good question. I always tell you the night before.
Probably to be determined at the moment.
Probably is. Now, I don't think that's an easy game, even though NC State's.
Well, it's NC State, so it's
in Raleigh, yeah,
quote unquote textile ball. So it's always a tough game, regardless. But the last few years we've had NC State
to be announced.
Yeah, it's TBA. So.
And I don't know how that game popped up. I wasn't mentioning that game a lot. Nobody's taking that game, so I'll make sure we have some work next week.
So we don't know yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's to be determined right now.
And then after that, the following week will be at Columbo's Pizza.
There you go.
For the Notre Dame game. We may even do 2 shows. I have a feeling the Notre Dame game is going to be a night game.
I have a feeling you are correct.
I mean, so we're going to do Columbo's, and then somewhere within a 6 or 7 mile radius, we'll do another sponsor to be announced. So yeah, it's just been a weird season. Weird, sometimes good. Nobody's dominating. You got Washington out there looking pretty good. You got Oklahoma. I wouldn't have thought the way Oklahoma played last year that they would be undefeated.
I agree.
But always a big fan between it. Always goes back to a great coach and a great football team.
Well, let's wrap this. A few things tonight you got going on. Tell us one more time.
So we have our tailgate special, and that lasts until the kitchen closes, which is at 10. We have our $2 bucket beer.
That means put your order in at $9.59.
Yeah, exactly. Call it in. I don't care what you do. We've got $12 wings. We've got $12 sliders. We've got $12 trio appetizers. Good food, good fun.
Good people.
Good people. It's a great atmosphere.
Just make sure you chant, wear your orange. We're going to get loud tonight.
Yeah, they charge extra if you wear Miami colors. Just letting you know that.
Yeah, you double for that.
No, they don't. But anyway,
I'm sure they got Miami fans somewhere up
there. Well,
you
want to want to do the chant? We'll go ahead from there. Or?
Do you want to go a little bit longer, or do you want to?
Yeah, I think we're pretty close to where we
You
need.
feel good about what you said? I think we got anything else we want to cover? Anything y'all want to cover? Everybody good? Everybody good? Okay. So usually we go about 45 minutes, but we got a full schedule of football. We'll sit back, eat another burger over here at Wake and Bake.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
I might try that thing. What's that thing you mentioned?
The Iowa tenderloin.
Yeah, I got to try that. I gotta go out of my
You
comfort
can
zone.
get it in sliders too, so you don't have to get the big ones.
Okay. So yeah. That's the deal. We're here at Wake and Bake, and what's the address again?
4016 Clemson Boulevard, Anderson 29621.
Come out and see them. You'll be glad you did. You'll be addicted to this place. You'll come back over and over and over and over
7
again.
days a week.
Tell them I believe Orange sent you, and you'll get a free water. I'm just coming up with something. Tell them I believe Orange sent you, and we'll do something for you.
We'll do shots.
Shots.
There you go.
Just don't send me a bill. Next thing I know, I get a $1,500 bill.
I didn't say what the shots were.
There you go.
All right, so Wake and Bake. Very exciting. Such a time as this. Let's end with the Tiger chant unless y'all got something else.
No, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
CLEMSON. TIGERS. Fight Tigers, fight Tigers, fight Tigers. Go Tigers. Woo! I bleed hard, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Join us. Most exciting network in the country.